Hey guys, Bill Demas, Keith Stalls. We're with Herman Wells, and we're talking World Cup. We've done some other videos on young players and on the other groups. We're on Group D today. We're just casual soccer fans. Have played it, have coached it. Our kids have played it. So all you experts out there, we're just ham and eggers. Don't add us. We're given a very basic description, but it's really from the heart. Just two friends talking soccer. So Group D, of course, is the home group. The U.S. is in it. And before we go any further, I just want to say, and now I know FIFA doesn't care and the networks don't care, of our displeasure with the U.S. playing on the West Coast. It is totally disruptive to the East Coast. You got the U.S. playing sometimes at 11 o'clock at night, East Coast time. And it's like they've learned nothing from the football and college football and things like that you can do this and maximize your base. And it's just not like, oh, I would really like to see Zimbabwe play, but I got to stay up to 11. It's the U.S. Everybody wants to see it. So I don't understand that decision. Do you?
No, it's unfortunate. I mean, the first two games will be somewhat okay times. The first game's on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. The second is on the following Friday at like 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So the first two games, but that last game against Turkey is going to be, I think, at 10 or 11
right
Eastern Standard Time. And so
and
because it's being played,
and that could be a game too.
That's going to be probably
the game that decides
right.
the group.
I think besides the United States, let's go over the teams first, right?
So we're getting ahead of ourselves because we've talked about this before. So why don't you go through the teams?
All right. So you got the United States, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey.
Okay. So of course, heart on our sleeve, we want the U.S. We think the U.S. is going to win.
Live and die with it.
Okay.
Right?
Now, that off and talking more analytically, the U.S. has had trouble with these teams, including Paraguay.
These are tough.
Recently,
they're all so level. This is probably the most evenly matched group, I think, out of all the different groups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really. We've got an uphill battle. Fortunately, we're the home team, right? We're going to have the crowd, the energy, all of that is going to be great for the United States. But you've got Paraguay, a team we just recently had problems with,
who travels and has a large following, especially when they, not so much in Seattle, but when they play in LA, Paraguay is going to have a large following.
And they've got some bad blood now. There were skirmishes breaking out in the game 3 months ago or so. So that's going to be a tough opener. You've got Australia, who always plays very, very tough.
Yep.
And then probably the most talented, I hate to say it, out of the bunch is arguably Turkey. Mm-hmm. And where their strength lies is in midfield. Who they have in
Arda.
Arda,
who plays for Real Madrid and who is, by the way, just turned 21.
Yeah.
So super, super, super young legs, really talented. And when you're the focal point of an offense like Real, I mean, that's not like saying, oh, well, he just plays for this,
No, he plays for the best team in the world.
Yeah, arguably one of the best teams in the world.
Real
now, again, guys, don't add us. I know they didn't win.
They had a disappointing year for them.
Yes.
But how many times have they brought home their league's championship and also the Champions League?
And I did watch him in the one of the El Clasicos one time this year, and it was really the first time I ever watched him, and he was impressive.
Yeah.
He was just impressive. So
their midfield is so creative, and that's what's going to be so tough about that matchup between the United States and Turkey. Is I think that's where we lack most is at midfield.
The midfield has been our problem for so long. I mean, even our last World Cup appearance, we lost it in the midfield.
Yeah.
And his name escapes me, and I loved him. And old names evaporated. But you got this guy in there playing midfield. He was 30-something years old, and you have all these young kids on the bench. It's just like, The
and they've
U.S.
not really improved in
Yeah,
the midfield. You don't have somebody from a Real Madrid in your midfield, right?
right.
You're relying on these guys from the MLS, Berhalter.
Mhm.
They're just
Solid players, but they're not.
right, right.
It's not La Liga. It's not EPL. It's
Yeah,
MLS.
yeah, and you've got guys. I guess Gio Reyna, right,
Mhm.
is one of those that plays for a very well-respected club. Uh, However, has maybe not been the best teammate
Right.
in the past. Almost got sent home from the previous World Cup
Mhm.
4 years ago. So let's hope there's been some growth, maturity there, and that he's developed a little bit more. But yeah, I'm real worried about that matchup.
So in my heart, I see the U.S. coming out of this. I can't go against my heart, but I really do think this is not going to be like Brazil coming out of their group where they're just going to
No,
curb stomp people. This is going to be every game we're going to be sitting there watching it, and it's going to be one of those to where we're going to lose one that we should never have lost off of a stupid play. And I was going to say it before you said it, but it's going to be where we would have lost the transition in the midfield and put them on a plus opportunity out of our midfield because of an unfortunate pass or something like that.
mm-hmm.
That we're going to lose a game that we thought we had, or tie a game that we thought we had in the bag.
Yep.
And but then I do think that we're playing in front of the home team. We're plucky enough to steal one. So we're going to steal one. We're going to lose one. So it comes down to that. And again, I agree with you. It's going to be that 2 a.m. I'm joking, 2 a.m. game against Turkey. I think it's going to come down to whether or not we come out of the group.
Well, Lord willing, I will be there cheering on the United
That's
States
right. You're going to go
against
watch
Turkey,
those games.
and I will do my best to lose every last bit of my voice cheering on the men's team.
So folks, Keith is going to take his sons who are soccer players, and they're going to go watch the World Cup in LA. I'm super jealous. Like I low key hate him right now, but what I hope that Keith does
It's not
is
so low key.
yeah, it's not so low key. I actually told him I hate him. What we're hoping that you do, Keith, is kind of send us some video so we can post to the people and they can see the atmosphere and what I want to whether you can feel that energy through the phone.
When Pulisic scores on that 89th minute, I'll try to remember to have the phone rolling.
Well, you're gonna have the phone rolling, and then we're just gonna see it because you're gonna throw it in the air. It's
I
go
will
crazy.
lose my mind. Yes.
So, all right, guys. Keith Stahl, Bill Demas, Herman and Wells. We're gonna talk about some other groups. So tune back into our next video. Thanks.